Mind Your Business.
You ready? Oh, shit. Yes, we are. Hey, everyone. Right. Hey, y'all. This should be playing. I don't hear it.
Could you don't have babies? Can you turn the mic off? Coaching. You hadn't started this yet. Is that important to do? I think we said, we hit record now.
Yeah, no. Hey, Nikki.
Same one.
Hey.
It's time now for the Mind Your Business with the Architect Show, a program designed to inspire you to fulfill your God-given dreams. And now your host for the show, the architect, Jason Tolbert.
Hey, how's everybody doing out there? We have missed you all this week, and we are back in the studio once again. You guys are tuned in to another episode of the Mind Your Business with the Architect Show, where we aim to plug your small businesses into Jacksonville, then Jacksonville right back into your small businesses. You can catch us each Tuesday from 2 to 3 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our newly renovated website, jasonthearchitect.com, and then you can catch the replay every Sunday night at 10 p.m. So if you are a friend of the show, you already know what the deal is. We're going to pay some bills really quickly. We're going to name a couple of our sponsors, and then we'll be back with you with some music. See you in a minute.
And you could be next. Give them a call. The number is Tolbert Management Agency manages events. Tolbert Management Agency brands artists. Tolbert Management Agency provides brand coaching. Tolbert Management Agency provides business development services. Under the mastermind of the host of this very show, Jason, the Architect Tolbert, is a certified brand, business, and life coach, and he is waiting to talk to you. We know that sometimes you can get stuck in a rut in your journey, and sometimes get in your very own way, but no need to worry. Tolbert Management Agency is here to help you to get up, get moving, and maintain your stride. They've helped countless artists, businesses, and events reach success, and you could be next. Give them a call. The number is 904-701-8774, or you can email them at tolbertagency@gmail.com. If you hadn't realized it yet, Tolbert Management Agency is the best in the business. From concept to creation, Tolbert Management Agency believes that next level thinking equals next level evolution. There are 1.3 million charitable nonprofits in America that heal, shelter, educate, inspire, and enlighten every day. And the Blue Skies Foundation is so proud to be included in that number. Home of authors and art, Jack's entrepreneurs and leaders, and Survivors Unite. The Blue Skies Foundation is a 501c3 and is on a mission to impact the nation by keeping literacy and the arts alive, empowering entrepreneurs to never give up, and providing hope to every type of survivor battling version of the awareness ribbon. Authors and Art is held every second Tuesday of every other month. And you can find our 4,000-member group, Jack's Entrepreneurs and Leaders Group, on Facebook. If you'd like to be a volunteer, board member, or performer, please contact them at blueskiesfoundations.org and on all social media platforms at Blue Skies Foundation. As always, we'd like to remind you that it doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what it seems like. It doesn't matter what it feels like. There's always blue skies ahead. Every business or organization needs advertisement, and 107.9's Mind Your Business with the Architect Show would love to help you with that. You can catch the live production on the Mind Your Business with the Architect Show every Tuesday at 2 p.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and their website, jasonthearchitect.com. Then catch us right here on the radio every Sunday at 10 p.m. With Jacksonville's king of events, Jason the Architect Tolbert, our goal is to plug the city of Jacksonville into its small businesses and its small businesses right back into the city of Jacksonville. Because we know it takes money to make money, we have advertisement packages starting as low as $50. Secure your spot today. You could be our next guest co-host and studio guest. Get your event announced, and we even have sponsorship packages. No matter what step of the entrepreneur you're in, we have packages for everyone. Please call us at 904-701-8774. You can also send us an email at myb.thearchitect@gmail.com. And again, the number is 904-701-8774. And remember to celebrate yourself, even if it's by yourself.
Welcome back. We just paid a couple bills, and we are so thrilled because I have a very, very good show for you today. I got some awesome people in the room on today. I actually have a guest co-host here with me today. She is multitasking. This is a woman of, oh my goodness, so many hats, jobs, and she's just a great person in the community. Autumn Redding is here with us. Autumn, what's up?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, Jay. Thanks for having me on here.
Thank you for being here. Not only is she the awesome person that she is, she's also one half owners of One Bridge out at Regency Mall.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that a little bit. She is her very own business owner with ADQM Solutions. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes as well. She just is an awesome person that you did not realize. If you're watching by way of YouTube or Facebook, anything like that, you see her with the computer in front of her because she's also the producer of the live show that you watch. If you're watching, I know you see the newness because we weren't this high tech a couple weeks ago. Got our little border going on. We got the words scrolling across. Got the little logo in the corner. That is all due to the fabulous Miss Autumn Redding. So thank you again for being in the studio with us.
Thank you.
Before we get to some music, I just want to give you a space to introduce yourself and what it is that you do and all that good stuff.
All right. Well, thank you again. So I am a president and also chief service officer of One Bridge Connect, located in the Regency Square Mall. No, the Regency Square Mall may be dead, but One Bridge is popping.
Bring it back.
So we have over 30 businesses located inside One Bridge. It's a village where we support and we help to grow everyone all together. So it's an amazing, I just can't really explain it. It's just so amazing to be there in atmosphere.
It's like a family. It's a hub for all things business related that you need to be connected to. They are One Bridge Connect on purpose. I think it's a perfect name for what you do, because I see it every day. They're always connecting somebody with somebody, or a business with an organization, or they're just a good connect to have. And shout out to those guys. That's where my office is located as well. I'm a proud member of the One Bridge family as well. And then you've got ADQM.
Yes, ADQM Solutions, where focus on marketing, business coaching. We're here to kind of make and take your business to the next level. So when in the midst of a pandemic, I was able to save several businesses to still be functional. Doing productions like we're doing now, taking it live stream to another level, and then just kind of being unique and stepping outside the box. That is one of the biggest things. You already know.
I already know.
My mind goes, and I'm like, hey, it's time to take it to the next level. Let's do things to kind of create and build. So definitely ADQM has been a platform for that.
So
Websites.
ADQM.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard you address this. I don't think I've ever heard anybody ask. I asked, but I want the people to know.
I'm gonna let them know they're exclusive. So ADQM is actually the initials of my family. It has my kids, a partner, everybody's information in there are initials, but it's also advanced daily quality management.
Hey.
So it has so much purpose to it. So when I'm working ADQM, it thrives me every time to push and do my best at what I'm doing, because it means so much.
Yes. And she's so good at it. I'm not just saying it because she's my. Actually, we call each other our twin. Like that's my twin. And how that name even came about, I actually was sent to you, or sent to Autumn for actually to talk to you about producing and your knowledge. Could you share some knowledge with me? And I got your number, and they was like, "Go ahead and call her." She said it's okay. And then when I called you, again, this is collaboration versus competition because you could have said, no, I don't want to teach you, or I'll charge you, or whatever the case may be. But she was like, come on in, I'll teach you what I know. And in that one meeting, we went in for one thing and walked out with the whole event that was going to happen in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And we sold the place out, shut it down in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
This girl's brain is so brilliant. Like, this is the person that I call for let me bounce this off you. Hey, does this sentence sound correct? Does this flyer sound good? Should I say this? Should I not say this? Should I go here? Do you know this person? Do you know that? Is that a good look for it? Like, everything almost that I do, I run it by her. Not because I have to, but because I value the brilliance that is Autumn Redding. I'm not just saying that because I'm on the
We
radio.
thrive off each
Yeah.
other because you don't wear your feelings on your shoulders at all.
Right.
You know, and the same for me.
Right.
So like we check each other like, hey, wait a minute.
Hey.
Think about that.
Talk
Think about
about
that. Here, Jay, that's your brand, your
Yeah.
brand. So yeah.
Yeah, don't go there. Just donate something. But you can't, and she'll get me together. Hey, don't do that. They say, hey, don't change that up. Don't. So I appreciate
Class together. We have a certification. We're in class halfway through the class and really didn't even know each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We both are certified branding and business coaches. You're a legacy coach, actually, and a life coach. And we got certified through the same program. Shout out to Embrace You if Michelle Kennedy is listening.
Hey.
And all the graduates there as well. Like she said, we were in the same class and didn't even know each other. It was during the pandemic, so we couldn't meet in the same space or things like that. You even came to, we had a pop-up shop, a back-to-school pop-up shop, book bag giveaway. Came, said hi, I hugged you and everything, and still didn't even know it was you.
Definitely. I mean, that's what the community needs, though. We need to show that there is no competition.
Exactly.
And that we still grow off of each other because there's too many people out here for us.
Absolutely.
We can share. We can work together and make a stronger foundation.
You think God created the world and didn't have enough resources to create your clients, my clients?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's enough to eat. You think He prepared this table and didn't bring enough food?
Yes.
I mean, really, that's what I have to tell myself. But when I see it happen, I'm like, oh shoot, they must don't know that God is the ultimate one who provides for this table. And they don't know that He's got some in the back, He got some in the car, He got some at the warehouse. He's got it all. And you hit it right on the head when you said collaboration versus competition, because you and I both actually kind of bleed into each other. We kind of do some of the same things, and nobody gets mad. Nobody says anything. We help each other make flyers. We tell each other what the wording to put in certain posts and things like that.
Accountability team. We
yes.
accountability partners.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, if you don't answer this phone, I can't put the flyer out until I get the okay. So I appreciate you again. I want to check in with some of the people that are on live with us. Thank you all for always tuning in. Nikki, we see you, man. We got to get with you. We got to get you on the show. Shanquette, thanks for watching. Chantrell, Big Mama Lane, and Big Mama's Catering. Shameless plug. She is the one who historically has done all the food and the catering for the Blue Sky Foundation and Jackson Entrepreneurs and Leaders. She could not do the gala this year due to some other stuff, but shout out to her. She's been very, very good to us. Corey, all the way from Atlanta, man. I appreciate you for watching. Herbert, super. How you doing? Love Reigns. Thanks for checking in, man. All right, so we are going to jump right into, I did have some music that I wanted to play, but it's all good. We're going to jump into the topic of the day. And the topic of the day, I think, is very, very, very fitting. We are in a time where the pandemic is kind of dying down. Many things were birthed during the pandemic. Many gifts were realized and birthed through the pandemic. And we're just going to simply be talking about thick skin. So let me leak this right now. I am in the process of writing a book called Thick Skin. Shout out to Chocolate Peach. She actually the one that gave me that name of the book. And I started writing. I had the first chapter done. And I heard God say, stop writing. And I'm like, what? stop writing for the content that you need to write your book. You haven't even been through yet. So I had to stop writing. Since then, talk about thick skin. I thought I had thick skin. Oh, this skin is thick now, baby. I done went through so much. I'm gonna say it like when you get the book, you're gonna learn everything that I went through. But it was some turmoil, ups and downs, sleepless days, crying weeks, crying months. Autumn has had to literally come and scoop me up, like literally, like scoop me up. She had to have she's called meetings with my team because I just wasn't. Man, thick skin is
in the midst of being a business owner, it's challenging because you don't really know. Trust is a big factor as any relationship, but in business, it's a relationship as well.
Exactly.
So it's like you can't take previous relationships to this your new business relationship. So it's like meeting someone new, trusting them into your empire to kind of help and build. It's a lot in the midst of having to have thick skin because too at the same time you got to play cleanup if you ain't got the right person involved too.
I mean, and thick skin can relate to family, your neighborhood, your business, whatever it is that you're involved in, that you have going on. Autumn and I were talking earlier, and we were just talking and throwing stuff out in the opening. You said something earlier. You said, yeah, because even as a business owner, you don't get PTO.
Yeah.
You take PTO when you don't pay your bills. You take PTO when your life get cut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So how do you juggle? How do this thick skin really work? How does it look?
Even in transition, there's been a lot of new business owners created from the midst of the pandemic.
Right.
But truly now, as the community is opening back up, there's issues that are happening. There's sickness, there's leave, there's things that still didn't take account for yourself. So it's so much involved because you got to take it all on too. You got to still be able to function that business that is now paying your bills and supporting your family, but at the same time with purpose so it can grow.
Right.
So what are some tools like?
So let's just talk about things that will build this thick skin. You're running a business, right? You're a mom, maybe a single mom. You might even have a 9 to 5 marriage that you have to tend to. Kids got stuff that they're involved in because you gotta keep them involved and growing. Maybe the job is acting crazy, the kids start acting crazy, but you still have a business to run. I still have to be presentable. I still have to show up on time. I still have to go to every meeting. I have to not cancel. I have to be there when I say I'm going to be there and still come ready as if nothing is happening in the background and show up saying, let's do business. And in the back of my mind, all these things are weighing on my mind. How do we do that?
Like I think too is the determination of what we want from what we established in business, but then also providing the positive aspects to make sure that we support what we're trying to provide to the community.
Right.
See, that's the
That's right. No, you're really. So if you weren't in the studio, we would just wonder what's going on. Appear to be okay. Keep smiling, keep talking. So yeah, so we're thick skinning right now. If you don't know that. So all right. So thick skin is what develops through pressure. Is what develops through turmoil. Is what develops through storms. Those things that we feel was sent here to take us out. Like literally, I can name some things right now, and I'm talking about recent things. I know they came to take me out. Like down for the count. Don't let them get back up. Those things come at you, and it seems like, oh my God, all hell has broken loose. There is no end to this. I can't see my way through this mushroom, the mushroom smoke cloud that just this explosion in my life that just created. But those are the very things that it takes to build character.
So remember the gala, Survivors Gala, you had key topics.
Yes.
Focus, determination. Those are the things that carry you through.
Yes.
To make sure that you still can maintain that thick skin, and it's okay to break because we're all human.
Yeah.
So some people feel like sometimes they have to keep this whole face of this whole like they can't actually absorb what is really going on in reality. But let's make it real. Because at the end of the day, I'm supporting my business by tapping into my emotion
There you go.
and allowing them to tap into that. But at the same time, I need for people to know that I'm me. I'm human.
Yes.
You know, I cry, I
Yes.
break, I
Yes.
have bad times, I have good
Yes.
times. I smile, I'm sad. It's normal.
Yeah.
And that's the part that sometimes affects business owners where we don't grow because they're afraid to tap into
So
that.
I'm in awe. I'm that used to be me. Actually, that still is kind of me, and I'm just being all the way transparent. I'm trying to come out of me enough to be human. So I'm a brand coach. Even before I was a brand coach, branding was just my thing, and I just was always aware of my brand, how people are seeing me, how I'm putting myself out there, almost to a fault. I'm always in the. If you notice, I don't have my jacket on. If you're a fan of the show, I know you're probably looking like, oh my God, where's his jacket? He never leaves home without a jacket. Like even that is a comfort for me because that is my brand. I'm very aware of it. I never told my story. I was scared to be out and be human as a regular. You can't cry. You always gotta appear to be strong. If you gotta cry, go and cry in the back by yourself. Don't tell anybody you're crying. So now that's just adding on too. But now it's about telling the story. It's about being comfortable with yourself enough to say, hey, if so and so don't follow me because I'm human, then they don't need to follow me. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. They just may not be. If that's the thing that's holding me back, I need to let it go.
Right.
Even be nothing beyond that. I just need to let it go so that I can be human. Or otherwise, I'm running around like a robot. And then if I'm running around like a robot, I'm still not giving off the brand that I need to. Who wants to be branded as the dude that never shows emotion? Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants that.
And you extend yourself too. So when you show emotion, you open up new doors.
Yeah.
So you extend yourself to new opportunities because it's not necessarily being vulnerable, but it's being open to grow.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like that fertilizer you put on it. It's the availability for a new beginning.
Yeah.
And often people don't see that.
Yeah.
But in business, we limit ourselves with that. So obviously staying positive, having prayer, doing those things to focus, but what are we doing to support what we're asking for or looking to receive?
Well, I know, and you mentioned something earlier and it triggered this thought. A huge thing for me, for the architect, for Jay, I had to get around people that I'm okay that they see me vulnerable, but they have had to exemplify some characteristics, some attributes, some things to let me know I'm safe being vulnerable. I can't just pick and choose this stranger to be vulnerable with, and now your business is plastered all over the 4 o'clock news, and you're wondering why because you didn't vet them enough. And I know I'm saying that in a business state of mind, but you didn't give enough time. You don't give you think of it as money. You don't just give nobody your money.
Right.
Even if you're paying them for a service, show me what you got going on as to why I'm about to give you this money. Let me taste this food. Let me see this decoration. Let me see your book. We want, you know what I'm saying? We vet in that way, but sometimes when it comes to that, we don't vet enough. We just start pouring ourselves out and wondering why things aren't working out or why it seems like I'm always I get the blunt end of the stick or the short end of the stick. But I know now I wasn't vetting enough. I wasn't letting enough time pass to get a good read on who I was talking with to make sure that I knew that I was safe. Sometimes you just know. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time. But that is one of the big things for me. I had to get around people who I knew without a shadow of a doubt really had my back. And when I found that, like Autumn, you're an awesome person, like an awesome example of that. I can literally tell Autumn anything and I won't feel no way about it. I won't even talk to can she handle this? I don't even have to have a pre-conversation with myself. As a matter of fact, I need to get this out to her because she's about the only one that I can really just lay it out there and she's going to tell me.
Safe. You need a safe place.
Yeah.
Your home is a safe place.
Yeah.
You know, safe place. Those safe places help us to build, grow, just continue to kind of just give us what we need. But not in a safe place, what do?
Exactly. You hold it in and then you become a different person slowly over time though. Because it's not just going to show up the next day. You hold this stuff in, you keep these emotions in. Now there's a week, the month, 6 months have passed, and you're not really the same person that you were. You're like I'm a person, I like to share. I like to be able to share.
Right.
That's and when I'm in a relationship, no matter what the relationship, a part of the thing that I enjoy most about a relationship is being able to share.
Right.
But if I get to the point where, hey, she can't handle that, I don't think he can handle this, I'm going to not tell him this, I'm not going to not tell her that. Now I'm being a different person. I'm not being me because that's who I am. So instead of me just saying, let me not tell her this, how about I go get someone that I can fully confide in and now I can really truly be myself?
So Rainin Hud, shout out to her. She said, yes, I love you guys vibe. So I think the space that we create that's safe too for entrepreneurs is the ability for them to come to us with the problems to help to fix it. Because at the same time, if you can't trust me in business, you're not going to come to me to let me know what's wrong to help you grow and build your business. So it's like trying to translate that to let them know, like, hey, you got to vet them, but at the same time, you just need to make sure you actually find and locate that business that you can trust.
Right.
Like, don't give me just a piece of it. Be comfortable to feel give me all of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. And it has to be both ways too. It can't be just one-sided giving 100% and the other side giving, 60, 80 or whatever percent. So thick skin is...
It goes so many ways.
All right.
So,
it's just so broad. A little bit later in the show, we're going to be, so this is kind of where we're talking about, quote unquote, the problem. Then later on, we're going to be talking about kind of the solutions, how to balance it all out. Key things to do to balance it all out, to make sure that it's not overwhelming you, to make sure that you're not sending yourself in a mental space, you know what I'm saying, that you can't readily pull yourself out of. But it's that thick skin that is going to build you up, get you ready for the next. And then on top of that, so what is the point of me going through all of that stuff if I never tell nobody?
Right.
I gotta say, hey, Autumn, baby, let me help you. You know how I know this word? Because I went through it. Now, if I hadn't gone through that, I couldn't. God is so good that He'll send somebody else.
Right.
But then that's a missed opportunity if I don't accept, I guess, the things that is causing the thick skin.
You gotta share your story because people need to be able to relate, because there are several others going through that, maybe worse, maybe have been through it before. Yes. So when we share our stories and we talk about it, we provide this comfortable space where they know, you know what, I was right. Let me not take it back and stop doing what I was doing. I need to stick through it. Like I can make it through it. I can still have thick skin and accomplish everything I'm trying to accomplish at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you, if there's something that you can say in this form, can you think of a time where you literally had to like throw on the thick skin? I mean, I can see your thoughts right now. I can see it all, but all of them we can't say. So you know what I'm saying? So is there a scenario that you actually can't say where you have to literally throw on the thick skin, get out there, and show what thick skin really is? That
resignation from my 9 to 5.
Okay.
That was I've been a case manager for 15 years out in the community. It's a steady check.
Right.
I got accolades, but I'm doing something on the side. So at the same time, I'm also taking a chance.
Right.
So with thick skin, you have this. You got to be able to, like, you know what? This comfort zone I got in the back, this little cushion. I need to get out here and push myself, because ideally, they may think I'm giving 100%. I personally know I'm only giving 50%.
Right.
So I need to go ahead, and get ready. Like I want to say something else, but you got to go ahead and get ready to do what it does. And it was challenges. There was challenges. There were times when I remember we opened the store and there was about 3 or 6 businesses in here. Okay. And I was like, man, this vision, this I don't know. Like, what did I do? Right. In the midst of all of it, my family's like, hey, Autumn, Mom, where you at? You're not doing this anymore. You're always in the office. Right. It kicked back and turned I'm like, man, maybe I made the wrong decision. Right. I went over and over again trying to figure out what to do. I had to really have some thick skin to know that, hey, if you just trust me through this process, oh, we gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna do way more than just make it.
When I met you, I think there were 8 businesses. How many? I'm trying not to get emotional. I saw you. I was there. How many businesses are in there now?
We have over 30. I signed up 4 over the weekend. I got 1 doing a walkthrough tomorrow. It's some of everything in there. It is down to startups, down to young entrepreneurs. down to just members, business owners.
Authors, body scrubs, apparel, makeup, drinks, seasonings. There's an event space in the back. I mean, and there were many
Workshops.
Yes.
Oh man,
the conference
workshops.
room.
Yeah, like
the studio. That's
now
in
the
there. Like,
media room,
it's
is the
crazy.
broadcasting room. Like we've had a radio in there. Like we have done so much to be able to show that the community opportunities are there. And it's a process because even with that, things you don't expect. A lot of times in business, you expect to actually gain or receive
Right.
immediately. You want to profit.
Right.
You want to see your growth. Often businesses, it takes almost 2 years to
At
actually
least.
see anything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, any growth is better than none because
Right.
those are all organic, right?
Right.
But it's an eye-opening challenge because who you thought supported you,
Yeah.
who you thought was there, technically ain't shopping.
Yeah.
These are not the same ones you see. So it's a whole nother. So it's like they have to trust that process too. You have to grow. You have to redirect what you're doing because it's completely different in a retail store versus an event. So it's so many educational components. But I was like, oh, I know I signed up for this.
And
Like,
I
I know.
mean, and you're in the mall where quote unquote they say, you know what I'm saying? All the chips were stacked against you. And can you imagine if you'd have stopped?
I mean, I sit and look like, yeah, I did the right thing. I know I did,
Absolutely did.
but it's scary times. We're coming up on our 1 year, right? November. When I met Jay, that 2-week thing that we put on, that was the grand opening. Remember, like,
Oh, that's right.
it was like we did a pop up, like it was like wow. When the city opened back up, it's like things change. You got to do your research.
Yeah.
So I learn every day. Summertime hits, that transition, June and July,
Yeah.
those are slow months in retail.
Yeah.
Why? School closes, vacations, things like that. So you have to adapt to adjust. But it's just like anything else in business.
Absolutely.
But if I didn't have my thick skin to know, hey, the shield is on, but okay, I already was prepared for this, I'll be able to still take it to the next level, the next ride. I just keep building onto it. And guess what? My thick skin, it's not where it can't be punctured because I'm still human.
Right.
So I got heart. I give it all the time. I
Right.
gave over the weekend.
Right.
I was just waiting. You know what? We're going to wait or onboarding because I'm just feeling so good
Exactly.
today.
Yeah.
You know, like I still have an emotional side where I still mix my business because I want people to know I was where they were. And I still have so much more to grow with
Right.
them.
And there were many conversations that her and I have had. Come back from the ledge, baby. I can't let you. I understand. I get you. I see you. I understand. But I promise tomorrow going to be better than than today. Next week going to be better than this week. Next month going to be better than this month. You just got to hang in there. The amount of tears, the amount of emotion, the amount of time that you say to yourself, maybe I should just quit this thing. Maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. Like through all of that, without that, this would mean nothing.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
It definitely took it to a level like, hey, One Bridge, the concept of it came from the 80 QM of what I was doing, So it kind of tied in together to kind of make sense, even
Right.
for me. But even when the pandemic lifted, was this only temporary? Nah, baby,
Right.
we here to stay.
Oh,
We here
yeah.
to stay and grow.
Oh, yeah. And you ain't heard the last of it yet.
Mhm.
Another location coming soon. We ain't talked about it. I'm just calling it and putting it in the
Go ahead,
atmosphere.
go ahead.
Orlando, ATL, one of them, we coming for you.
Yes, we are.
So we have we're gonna wrap up the first 30 minutes of the show. We're gonna go pay some more bills, we're gonna listen to some more music, and then when we get back, we're gonna be talking to the one and only Miss Kim May from SNK Consultants and Real Talk Duval. So in a moment, we will be right back.
Tolbert Management Agency manages events. Tolbert Management Agency brands artists. Tolbert Management Agency provides brand coaching. Tolbert Management Agency provides business development services. Is a certified brand, business, and life coach, and he is waiting to talk to you. We know that sometimes you can get stuck in a rut in your journey, and sometimes get in your very own way. But no need to worry. Tolbert Management Agency is here to help you to get up, get moving, and maintain your stride. They've helped countless artists, businesses, and events reach success, and you can be next. Give them a call. The number is
If I'm coming with, she gonna be at home.
701-8774. Or you can email them at tolbertagency@gmail.com. If you hadn't realized it yet, Tolbert Management Agency is the best in the business. From concept to creation, Tolbert Management Agency believes that next level thinking equals next level evolution. There are 1.3 million charitable nonprofits in America that heal, shelter, educate, inspire, and enlighten every day. And the Blue Skies Foundation is so proud to be included in that number. Home of authors and art, Jack's entrepreneurs and leaders, and Survivors Unite. The Blue Skies Foundation is a 501c3 and is on a mission to impact the nation by keeping literacy and the arts alive.
I don't want to tread the line.
Entrepreneurs to
I want
never
the
give
show
up
to come back
and
to
providing hope to every type of survivor battling version of the awareness ribbon. Authors and art is held every second Tuesday of every other month. And you can find our 4,000 member group, Jack's Entrepreneurs and Leaders Group on Facebook. If you'd like to be a volunteer, please contact them at blueskiesfoundations.org and on all social media platforms at Blue Skies Foundation. As always, we'd like to remind you that it doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what it seems like. It doesn't matter what it feels like. There's always blue skies ahead.
Not talking about it.
Every business or organization needs advertisement. And 107.9's Mind Your Business with the Architect Show would love to help you with that. You can catch the live production on the Mind Your Business with the Architect Show every Tuesday at 2 p.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and their website, jasonthearchitect.com. Then catch us right here on the radio every Sunday at 10 p.m. With Jacksonville's king of events, Jason the Architect Tolbert. Our goal is to plug the city of Jacksonville into its small businesses and its small businesses right back into the city of Jacksonville. Because we know it takes money to make money, we have advertisement packages starting as low as $50. Secure your spot today. You could be our next guest co-host and studio guest. Get your event announced, and we even have sponsorship packages. No matter what step of the entrepreneur you're in, we have packages for everyone. Please call us at 904-701-8774. You can also send us an email at myb.thearchitect@gmail.com. And again, the number is 904-701-8774. And remember to celebrate yourself, even if it's by yourself.
I really love
All right, so
I'm gonna put you on the speaker. I'm gonna show you again real quick. So
okay, I want to take it out.
You know, we have to wrap it like at 59, not full 60, so we can have time to play
Okay.
legal ID.
Okay. Give me a cue.
Okay. Well, you'll pay back to, I'll do 2 minutes and 2 minutes, and you just, if you see me do this, do two fingers for him. If you want,
Okay. So last week, was that okay? Okay. All right. So we thank y'all for tuning in. As usual, we want you all to check in. Check in. If you're in the room, if you're in the building, if you're in the room, type something, say hello. We want to talk to you. So let's see who we got in the room with us on today. Tiff, how you doing? Friend of the show. She'll be here with us next week. Not on the show, but she'll be here behind the scenes. Nikki, I'm wearing your cologne today, Nikki. I hope you're still watching. She has the best. I'm not even lying. I got it at the Intimate Viewing. Over at Nikki's spot for Juneteenth. Yes, she has some cologne, and she got the one that's sitting the matches and it smells so good. But I'm wearing your cologne. Yes, it is amazing. You're still watching. Yes, I'm wearing your cologne right now. J.D. Henson, we appreciate you for tuning in. The show is amazing. I love the points about mentioning about pushing through the fear to build tough skin. We shared a lot of gems. Well, this is what we do. We thank you for joining us. Keep the comments coming. If you have something that you hear us say that you want to comment on, keep them coming. We want to address it right here with you. Shay Dawg, how you doing? That's my new friend. We were just in St. Augustine a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me what she was doing too. So how you doing? She has her own business too. You need to be making plans to get on the show too, Shay.
Hey, in the house.
S&K in the building. Tell Shay, tell Dina or Tia hello. That's an insider. She gonna know what it means. She gonna crack up.
Real talk, you all in the building too.
Wait, why am I not seeing these?
It's, yeah.
Oh, real talk. Real talk. Come on, I see it.
Look, I'm behind the scenes. I'm behind. Oh, you good?
Really? That's why she's here. Is there anybody else that I can't see that you see?
I've been posting them. I've kind of been, say jumping in. Like, hey, bring it
I love it. Thank you. Shout out to ADQ for producing the show on today. Hey.
Shay said, I would tell Tia. He said,
Yes. She looks just like her cousin. Like, just like her. I can't tell you about her. And they are cousins. I'm like, hey, Tia. She's like, no, this is Tia. Well, hi, Dina. Where's Tia? I don't even know. All right. I'm about to take stuff down. So I can fade it by doing the volume and then turn our microphone on.
Right. Probably you start with your microphone on first,
Okay.
and then slowly talk over it as you take it down.
Hey, I guess we're back. So, if you're wondering what's going on in the studio, I am being trained as we speak on how to run the board. So, I just wanted to throw that out there. If you caught the show last week, and I was here with Brandon and Denise for my debut as an engineer, I do what I do. I'm an engineer now. Put that on my resume. So, if you have a show out there you need engineering for, I'm your man. Please don't call me. You'll be very disappointed. But we are back. If you're now just tuning in, you're tuning into another episode of the Mind Your Business with the Architect Show. We are here to plug small businesses into Jacksonville, then Jacksonville right back into its small businesses. We were just here with the one and only my girl, my twin, Autumn Reddy with ADQM Solutions and One Bridge Connect. And we have yet another powerhouse to join the microphone on today. So I have Miss Kim May from S&K Consultants. What's up, Kim?
What's up, guys? Hello. I'm
How-
so glad to be here.
And we are glad to have you. Just in case you guys didn't know, if you want to be a guest on the show, please do hit us up. We'll get you all the packages that we have to get you here, get your businesses exposed and spotlighted as we normally do. But I was at an event for Juneteenth. If you saw my Facebook page, I had an event almost every day. I think every day except Thursday, I had an event to host or MC or be at for Juneteenth. And on Tuesday, the 15th, I was hosting an event. Shout out to, again, Nikki. We were doing an event there at her spot, and I met this lovely young lady with S&K Consultants, Miss Kim May, and they actually won this slot. I like to give away things like Autumn was saying, you got to keep giving back. Just gave away a slot, the same off One Bridge, but these guys won the slot, so I'm so excited for them to be here. If you can, Kim, tell everybody what it is that you do, what you got going on. Why are you here?
Okay. Well, my partner and I, Sky, actually.
Shout out to Sky.
Yep. Shout out to Skylar. He writes on my right side. He always got my 6. I got his. So pretty much, we're S&K Consultants, and what we do is help new and existing businesses, whether it may be towards getting your LLC started, or perhaps you have an existing business, and then we help you figure out what your income producing activities are. Other things or other ways, like you said, certain people started doing podcasting through the event, maybe looking at other ways they can bring in income. We do that as well. I also do grant writing, so we offer grant writing services. And we've gotten to the niche where we are now connecting people with what they need. So perhaps if, we may do a little bit of marketing and social media, right? But if you needed something that was beyond our social media or marketing skill, perhaps we would say, hey, Autumn with X, Y, and Z does this, Jay does this, and then connect people outside of what we may not do past our point. But we also do marketing and social media as far as on the internet as well. And we're also getting into doing events. But typically with the business, any sort of way that we can assist you is kind of what we do. So it's by case to case situations. We recently just helped people get their PPP loans. So I have about 10 that were actually qualified for
Good.
businesses. And then we got those businesses to then get a line of credit on their personal to help their personal side of their credit, and to also put something into a business bank account if they didn't have one already. So telling them how to utilize the money that they did get from the PPP to cultivate their business and also cultivate their, personal credit side, if that makes sense.
So
That's
you
good.
sitting here
Yeah.
with one of the best in Jacksonville. Actually, three of the best in Jacksonville, if I add it, that's all right. So clearly, like for real, if you're out listening and you're watching and you kind of don't know what to do, next steps, yada yada yada, get started or rebranding, whatever. Between the three of us, you won't have not one excuse. That's the
And we
right
coming together. We gotta do something
And
else.
we- and I see a workshop or something in the future.
Oh, definitely, because we want to do workshops on businesses to assist businesses and maybe what they don't know. I don't know if you want to call it business etiquette, but sometimes you don't know how to do customer service. Sometimes you don't know the sales side of it. Sometimes you don't know about the business relationships and why it's important not to burn those bridges. Does that make sense? So doing that all together, we were looking at one of the co-op working spaces over there in the by 8th of Randolph that just opened up. But I'm big, Scott, I tell you, I'm big on inclusiveness. So I like to include people. I don't want to restart something over if you already know how to do it. I
Right.
feel like, 3 is more powerful than 1. So
Absolutely.
the more the merrier, as long as we all have the same intent and same goal, then we're able to get there. Because like we were saying earlier, that's enough for everybody to eat.
So
Absolutely.
that's how I kind of found out too. The conversation came up. We did a workshop called vending and hosting, and Trey was talking about etiquette, and he was like, "You gotta do you know Kim? Do you know?" And I was like, "He's like,
Oh,
etiquette."
really?
Yeah. And it was it's etiquette,
This
business
is the
etiquette.
Kim.
That is
Got
the
you.
conversation.
Got you.
Which when you go out here vending is something that we always talk about as
People
well.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get a bad name or bad rep, and then it ain't the community.
Yeah.
Like we gotta help
Yeah.
change the culture.
They jumped out there, they saw somebody doing it, they said, "Oh, that looks easy. I can do that
Yeah.
too."
Yeah, so imagine how many people you have out here selling baked goods, right? And those people that go to events and don't know what to do with their overflow. And that's because you baked for 100, but 100 didn't come, and
Right.
you only sold 20. And some people are like, nah, man, now I got all this food, I don't know what to do with it. What do you mean you do a flash sale? What do you mean? Like, one of my friends, Dominique, shout out to Dominique of what she does. She bakes goods, and she's also a chef. But saying that
Shout out to Dominique.
maybe these individuals should not, we should come together as a collective, as bakers, and do like a little flash sale. And I'll come together at somebody's place, pool hall or whatever it may be, wherever we may have, and then we sell all our goods and we do it live. But that was collaborating.
Right,
You understand what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
She was a vet, or she is a vet in the business, so then she's telling somebody else that's new, like, no, sis, you ain't got to throw away that food.
Right.
This is what we can
Right.
do. And then that's how things are born, by
It's crazy.
collabing, right? So
So you-
conversation is communication.
You said etiquette, you
Mhm.
said customer service, you said
Business
driving
relationship.
sales.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So as she was saying, we have this workshop, and literally, so we've done it twice. Every
Okay.
time we do it, it comes back better, stronger.
That's
So the
right.
next time we do it's gonna be 3.0. We already did the 1.0 and 2.0.
There we go.
But you hit, like literally, you just hit on the points, 3 of the
Yeah.
major points that we talked about. So maybe that could be, I don't
Let's
know.
do it.
We'll see.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll see.
She's like, yeah, let's
Let's
go.
do it. Let's go
I'm
for
like,
it.
I'm in it.
Look.
Hey, we're in it. As long as he's cool, I'm
So
cool.
3.0 coming to you real soon. Stay
That's
tuned.
right.
I'll tell you that right now. And it's gonna be better than ever.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we've got her out here and she's already told you kind of what she does, did you want to talk about? Yeah.
I'll do real quick. So we have something that spun off called Real Talk Duval. I am big, and we are big on communication, right? So it's curated for a safe space to speak about anything: love, sex, drugs, politics, whatever it may be. But it's not a panel discussion. People come in. We did it twice at the Culture Lounge. Shout out to Trey Ford and the Culture Lounge with the cookbook. We did it before at Nikki's Spot. Shout out to Nikki. That's my sis. That's my business partner. Putting all together the Juneteenth events that were absolutely free. That was awesome of her. And then also we did it at just a couple other places and doing podcasting, right? So by doing these events, people come in, they write questions on a card. We may have a topic. The very last one at the cookbook was being Black in America. So when people came in, they wrote their questions down. Once they got their food, they visited the vendors. Then we would actually have a mic and we would pull out those questions, and then we have the question and we talk about it. as a collective.
Gotcha.
Not that anybody is a specialist. There
I
is no
gotcha.
panelist because everybody is a specialist in the room. And the whole point is to create a better communication dialogue. We as a people cannot get to X if we don't have that foundation to be able to talk to one another.
Right.
So in essence, it's like hidden therapy. In essence, it's like a hidden form,
Gotcha.
but it's really a regular dialogue.
Gotcha.
You know, sometimes it gets a little heated, but the whole thing is that we respect other people's opinions.
Right.
And what happens is then regular individuals are speaking about what has happened to them and what their solution was. So then you get to see their perspective if you're open-minded to your situation, because this may be your question that you
Right.
put in. So by doing these things, people have said, oh my God, it's like therapy. Oh my God, you didn't know I came in, I had a bad day, and I was able to talk about my situation at
That's
work.
good.
And she gave me the answer. So then I asked that, or we asked that, by the time you leave, you are what's called a fire starter. Then you take that conversation and you start that with a
Gotcha.
stranger or your family, and then you are working on communication. Because remember, communication is the foundation. So
Right.
then that's cultivating you in your personal life, in your professional life,
Right.
if you're utilizing these tools and skills. And that's pretty much what Real Talk Duval is. And we branded out to different education portions. And you're going to be hearing a lot more from us. We're going to partner up with different schools and colleges, do some things there. We've already, other industries have reached out to us to utilize Real Talk as a platform to get to their audience. And that's kind of what it is. And we're all in for it because in the midst of that, we're creating nothing but fire starters.
Right.
Eventually, be looking out for us. We're going to be in Daytona and also Orlando. And eventually, we'll make our way to Tampa and Atlanta.
So that was gonna be my next question.
Yeah.
Do you know the date of the next one?
So we did it in conjunction with another event.
Okay.
So we do have a couple coming up. I would suggest that you follow the Real Talk Duval page or SNK page. We're going to have an event on July 10th. And then we have another one following up on July 25th. And in the midst of those two, we may put a Real Talk by itself. That's just
Okay.
our own collab because
Perfect.
those are other individuals utilizing our platform. So that way we can reach out to everybody.
Perfect.
So for right now, the next one is the 10th, and definitely look out on the 25th. And we're working out things for the rest of this year. So by the mid of July, you'll see a calendar up for Real Talk and SNK.
Perfect. We do have our business partner in the studio with us. Mr. Skyler is here. Skyler, if you can you type in the Real Talk Duval so that if they're
He
trying to
already-
follow the page?
He on it. He doesn't get
He-
real
he-
talk yet.
yeah,
He
he
already on it.
He's
I'm sorry.
keeping on.
Do the marketing.
He
All
already
right.
on it.
I'm going
Do the marketing.
to do my job and just be the host of the show. I'm so sorry.
He got SNK. He on SNK right now.
All right.
Well, he should be posting SNK now, but Real Talk's already on it. We already
All
got
right.
shared
So
everything.
now that I've made a complete fool of myself.
You did not. You did not. You good to go. You trying to make sure we doing what we need to do. Because she over here, listen, her screen is going.
Look,
You
yeah.
She is definitely multitasking.
All right, now.
Like I'm like,
She here, that's what
Hey,
I'm
I'm all over the place. Hey, what's up? He worked out.
All right, so the first half of the show, we talked about thick skin, kind of the thing that we go through to get the thick skin. Now, the second part of the interview, I would like to talk about balancing it all. How to balance it all. Like I said, I got the kids. They got to have their stuff. I got my spouse. They got to have their stuff. I'm maybe in the church. I got to be involved there. I actually might have a 9 to 5, so I got to be involved there. I might run my own business, a couple different businesses. I got to do my thing there. How, like, what tools? Like, I mean, usually what I do, I have a list of things. This time I didn't do it. I wanted us to kind of be organic and just say it out as we're doing it. What are some actual practical ways that people who are listening can implement what we're talking about to create that balance for them?
it's time management. So we literally were just talking about this week, and I literally had a whole moment because we are human, right? This week, I had a human and emotional moment. And I had to, no, seriously,
Join the party.
because it's what it is. So these, what I like to call these lessons, because they're not mistakes, because if
Right.
you're learning, there are lessons, and we're improving, help you create that thick skin, right? But knowing that I am a mom, and now a single mom, and now having like 2 to 3 to 4 businesses, because I also have nonprofits, and I'm also doing other things, right?
Good company.
And then having to still spend time with my son, and then also having to have my self time, because
Yes.
Sundays used to be my day where I used to go to my dad, and that was me time. That's when I used to be able to just have downtime, no working. Now I'm working Monday through Sunday. So this week I said, hey, I got to get back to where I have myself a day, which is putting myself back on the schedule,
Yeah.
which is doing time blocking. Like he's been getting in my tail about time blocking and putting stuff down. I mean, but he's right because it works. So if I give myself a time and say from, 8 to 10, I'm only going to do this and I don't answer my phone so I don't get deterred, then I'm staying on course, right? And then being able to tell your clients and your people no, or like people know, like, hey, Kim, is it your office hours? Did I call too late or too early? Because I'm starting to feel like red off of 5 heartbeats. My office hours are. I don't know if y'all remember when he was hanging the man over the. Yeah, I had a moment like that. Like it's just a respect thing. So then recreating your boundaries. My business is from this time to this time.
Yes.
Even though I'm an entrepreneur,
Yes.
it's always business.
It
right?
is, right?
Even when we went on vacation was business.
Yes.
So it has to both make sense in order for me to balance it. But then I had a day where I did nothing. I did no work. I didn't pick up my phone. I only checked on my kid to make sure he was good. And then now I'm scheduling days where I make appointments with my son. And we do something, whether it's game time or going out, and then I schedule something for myself.
Yeah.
So it was easier before when I had less businesses and I had less clients and I didn't have as much work as I do now. So now it's more important than ever that I've started using my calendar.
Mhm.
I've got me somebody that's like my apprentice that kind of she's like, hey, you can't keep going.
Right.
Take a day, sleep in. No, don't get up at 6 o'clock and have your laptop in the bed because I'll do that.
Right.
So now I got to get up, give myself a breather.
Yeah.
I may go to the gym from 8 to 9. That is part of my me time, right?
Yes.
That's a part of me de-stressing. And then I do my business. But you see how I put myself in there first.
Yeah.
Even if it's meditation, even if it's working out, even if it's giving yourself 10 minutes, even if you drink wine and said at 5 o'clock I'm getting off and having me a thing of wine. Whatever floats your boat,
Right.
whatever it may be, put that in there. But it's all about managing your time and making sure you do it. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect
Because
sense.
otherwise we're always doing business and then you as a person get tired. So how can you run your business if your body and mind and spirit is not right?
Right.
And I think too, it's not meant for one person to handle it all.
Mm-mm.
So you have to hire your weakness.
Yeah.
When you say hire, you don't necessarily have to be on paper, on the books, because it could be volunteers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be interns. It can be so many different resources because at the same time that you're bringing balance, you do have an operation where there's going to be emergency situations.
Right.
There are going to be things that happen, but you have to have something in place to make sure that system doesn't crumble and break.
Right.
Because it's there to give you
Exactly.
that. It's going to show you, hey, this little thing, it can crumble. Are you ready for it?
Right.
It's bound to happen
Right.
something.
Mhm.
Just be prepared
Right.
for it. But hire your weakness.
Right.
If you guys have been tuning in from weeks prior up until today, it seems like every show we end up talking some form of time management. I think the last 2 shows I said the exact same thing that you just said.
Yeah.
Block out the time.
Mhm.
If you do it that way, you'll be more apt to stay on task, get more things done, and then we have less chance of feeling overwhelmed or feeling pressured if you stick with the schedule. I do love what you said about if my office hours are from 9 to 5, make sure you work from 9 to 5. Being aware that if I answer this phone call, if I answer this message at 6 o'clock, I'm probably giving this person on the other end the idea that it is okay for them to contact me outside of
And
my
I do
business
that.
hours, and they're going to continue doing that if I let them do that. And you're not wrong, you're not being mean, you're not any of those things by saying, hey, you know what, can you hit me back at 10 o'clock in the morning, because that's when my office hours are. And anybody with sense, I would,
They will respect it because
exactly.
it becomes a thing. I think as far as I know with me because I'm a newer entrepreneur, or to people I'm newer, I'm really not, right?
Right.
But because they feel like, okay, we'll be friends and X, Y, and Z, it's like, no, respect, balance,
Right.
boundaries.
Right.
If it was you, she won't know the foot
Right.
hold you down.
You don't be knocking on McDonald's door
Exactly.
or trying to get into anybody else's, knowing that you pull up, they say they close at 8, and
They
it's
close.
8:03. You turn around and keep going, and you hopefully catch them when they open the next day, or you go to another one. That's how we have to start doing these things. And I like to do what I call stolen moments. I steal moments a lot. A lot.
Thief.
Even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. Sometimes it's a stolen moment and it turns out to be a day. Like I just took a stolen moment and it was a whole day of a stolen moment. But I needed it and I was going to take it by all means. But we have run out of time, y'all. This like every week. We have so much fun and we talk about so much that time kind of runs very, very quickly. You can catch us here every Tuesday from 2 to 3. on Facebook, YouTube, and all the social media websites, and then go to our actual website at jasonthearchitect.com and catch it there. If you have a business that you want to promote, you want to be a guest on the show, a guest co-host, please get with us. The number is 904-701-8774. And before I take off, I just want to remind everybody, if you're out there, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, please, I beg you, please celebrate you, even if it's by yourself.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was very good. Okay, so
It's time now for the Mind Your Business with the Architect Show.
Mind your business.
Architect.com. Then